Lionel Messi. That's right. Although there's reportedly a big offer from somewhere other than Miami. Specifically, Al Hilal, the rivals to Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr of the Saudi League, are offering up a whopping $400 million a year contract. This days after a report that Inter Miami were ready to offer Messi an equity stake in the club. Herc, what does this big Saudi offer mean for MLS chances of landing Lionel Messi?
Man, this is detrimental to their efforts. Now, you know, we're big supporters of Major League Soccer. We hope they kill it with Apple. We hope it does very well, that the game continues to grow here. They have a subscription-based plan, Apple TV. And soccer is a niche sport in this country. Something that is much more niche than that is MLS. And the people who will spend money on you are those diehards, those people who actually buy season tickets. You get the season pass with the season ticket. Right now, what you need to do, what you need to show the world, is that you can drive subscriptions. You need a type of player like a David Beckham. Who is like a David Beckham, the 2007 version of David Beckham today? That is Messi. Messi can be that player. He's almost instrumental in your efforts of taking this league to the next level where you say you want it to go. 400 million euros a season? That is a lot of money, Seb. I don't know anybody in their right mind, and I don't think Messi needs the money. And if anybody can say, I don't want it, it would be him. He's one of the few people that could do it. But it's certainly enticing enough for him to have a serious think about it. And if that's the case, it comes at the expense of Major League Soccer, and that is everything for Major League Soccer.
Yeah. It's a lot of money, dude. It's a lot of money. You can't ignore that. But I think we have to acknowledge how much interest there seems to have been from Lionel Messi and his camp towards Inter Miami. This offer is a financial offer that somebody put in front of Messi. Messi and his folks have been flirting with Major League Soccer, right, for a while. There's a different dynamic there. If I had to look at the options, realistic options for Messi, Barcelona, PSG, Inter Miami, Saudi Arabia. Honestly, whatever the number is in Saudi Arabia, I would put Saudi Arabia last. Because Lionel Messi, to me, doesn't strike me as a guy who's going to go somewhere for the money. When we talked about this with Cristiano Ronaldo, remember, it was during the World Cup, a lot of us said, we could see him taking the money. We could see him going after that. I don't see that with Messi. Messi earns at least, this was 3 years ago, $60 million a year off the field. This guy does not need money, Herc. I see Inter Miami maybe having to up their offer, that equity stake, but I don't see him choosing Saudi Arabia over MLS. I'm sorry. I don't care the dollar amount. He's already got a place in Miami.
I'll tell you why I don't think he'll go to Saudi Arabia. He doesn't strike me as the type of guy that would want to fire up the circus again. And what I mean by that is he's in a much easier place. You go to Saudi Arabia, what's the narrative going to be? Cristiano, Messi again. And it'll be that all. He seems to me like he wants a much more easier time, and I say that respectfully, in his personal life. Now, if what you want to do is play in Europe, Saudi Arabia and MLS are out of the equation already. That leaves you few opportunities, or few actually options. Barcelona, what are they going to do to get him on their wage bill? I mean, Gavi's not even a first-team player right now. Julian Araujo isn't a first-team player right now. How are you going to get Messi in there in that wage bill with all, with how backed up you are, with how in debt you are, and also the problems that they have or may have in the future, depending on whatever comes out of the, the sanctions that could be.
Yeah.
It leaves very few possibilities. I would tend to think that because there's been more than nibbles, there's been actual approachment by Inter and by Jorge Messi, his father, who also happened to be in Las Vegas at last year's Gold Cup between the U.S. men's national team and Mexico, with Don Garber, of a potential stake in ownership in Major League Soccer or a club within Major League Soccer. I would tend to think where there's smoke, there's fire on that, but it's 400 million euros. And I know we say he doesn't need the money, but that type of money will make you think twice at least.
Of course, of course. I think, though, there's obvious reasons not to go to each of the other three options, right? Saudi Arabia is a league that he's shown no interest in. Barcelona is a place that, as you point out, is a mess right now. PSG, they're booing him in the stadium. What's not to like about Inter Miami? That's what I'm saying. Like, of the options, it continues to me to look like the best.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.